Hey, good morning. Oh my goodness, what's happening? My see, we stumble out the gate. Look at my. Why is my stuff like that?
Why are you floating in the air,
I don't know.
Guido?
I don't know. Hold on, guys. What's going on here? There we go. I'm back. All right, good.
Crew chief, sack him. There you are.
Good morning, everybody. It's Guido coming at you from the left side of the Atlantic.
And it's Pilgrim from the correct side of the Atlantic with good news and bad news.
All
What
right,
should I give the viewers first, Guido? The good news or the bad news?
let's go with the bad news.
Bad news. I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
That last mug, last week we talked about your mug on your merch site has been sold.
Okay.
It's gone. So you can't get that type of mug anymore.
Good.
The Smithsonian Institute bought it last week.
Oh,
It's
excellent.
now in a museum. However, do you want the good news?
I don't know. That seems like good news.
There is, well, the good news is there is a new mug out and it's cheap as chips. And here it is because I am the first owner of the new Guido mug. There you go.
It looks a lot like the old one.
Oh no, it's the subtle differences to this one. Subtle differences.
All right, you're saying new and improved.
New and improved, yes, and cheap as chips.
New and improved. It's got a better handle. We spent some time designing a more ergonomic handle, so that while
Yeah,
you're
we
playing tanks, you can also easily lift it.
Yes, it's like a little it's like the cocked English finger type.
And
type
by
thing.
design a
Yeah.
new handle, I mean we didn't do anything different because it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good from the start.
Yeah,
We never bothered.
we did the study, we looked at it, and then came to the conclusion the handle was fine. But
Yeah,
because we went through the design process, we're basically saying we've designed a new handle.
exactly that. Because
Yeah.
the effort was put in to do that, although nothing's changed.
I believe that's how politicians do it.
Absolutely.
We've designed a new handle. Yeah, but it hasn't changed. But yes, we went through the process and designed a new handle. So
Yes.
ergo, we have designed a new handle.
And,
Exactly
and
like the old handle.
that's right. And as Wayne's saying, it is left-handed. Look, it's a left-handed one.
Yeah.
It's now ambidextrous. You can turn it round and you can use it with your right hand as well,
Ooh.
which you couldn't before.
Yeah, that's pretty important.
So that's cool, isn't it? Yeah. There you go. New mugs.
Also,
Get to the merch
too,
site and buy one today.
excuse me. Also, too, and in addition to, why is my camera now a perfect square and not a portrait thing?
I don't know. Hey, yes, that's a question you need to ask somebody with technical skills on the IT side as opposed to me. Or Twitch. What's the link to the merch?
I
says
have
Florence.
no idea why my camera's done that.
It looks sort of 21st century, though. It looks modern. It looks cool-ish.
I'm gonna have to dig that out, poor old sod, with my new computer. I just realized I do not have that. I don't think it's on Teespring. Though there's a link.
It's on your.
There,
is it not on your?
yeah, there is a link down in the Twitch thing
YouTube.
on the about or whatever it is, whatever it's called, details or whatever.
Yeah, if you scroll down and
I'll
it's
track it
linked
down in a
there.
bit. So I don't know. Yeah, I have to call Geek Squad because I have no idea why it's doing that. None. I did. The only thing I did slightly different yesterday is I did a DCS video where I was recording off of, and this shouldn't have changed anything. I was recording off of a mirror, off of a VR mirror.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is
I don't know.
zoomed out. But see how there's the border. Look at. So it's a square border.
Yeah,
See how
you're
Pilgrims
like-
is
you-
wide.
Yeah, when I'm looking at Discord, the picture comes up as a little
Yeah.
square of Guido.
That border, on each side right here,
Yeah,
is the edge of the there's
Yeah.
nothing over there, and normally it would be
Yeah.
the same size, so to speak, as Pilgrims.
you were doing happy hands then, weren't you?
Yeah, jazz hands.
Happy hands.
So I don't know, folks. You just we were talking about this a
I
little
do.
earlier. You just have to muddle along.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. That's how this channel rolls anyway.
Sometimes-
It would be rubbish if it was perfect.
Sometimes the gates open, the bell goes off, and you're on your face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where it's at.
We do have a
That's where
miserable
it's at.
Monday coming tomorrow. I did get a miserable Monday put together. I do
Cool.
have a DCS video coming next Saturday, which is pretty funny. I decided yesterday to teach myself how to land on a carrier in the F-18.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, what with the old with the bits of rope stuck across the caption?
Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember what that's called now, but yeah.
Yep.
bits of string.
Cables.
Cables, that's it. That's the word. The cable assist arresting thing, or whatever they call it. Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil it, but
Okay.
I tried it a couple times before I started recording, and it seemed
Interesting.
relatively easy. So we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
But there's
I can't imagine. Do you know, that gets me when you're out in the middle of the Oggin, flying a jet, and you've got to land on this tiny little speck of light in the middle of nowhere. You know, I mean, obviously there's lots of electronics that help you along, but ultimately it's you with the joystick, isn't it? I mean, in real life, it must be possibly one of the hardest lands. I wouldn't say takeoffs, but hardest lands that you must have to do as a pilot.
Yeah, it's definitely, you definitely have to be precise. That's the key to it, is being precise, because you need to land in a very specific, at a specific point with a specific descent rate, at a specific
otherwise
speed.
you're swimming.
Yeah. So, and
Randall's put it in. Randall's put you in.
very good. My natural inclination is to flare the aircraft. You don't do that with the F-18, so that was a bit of a trick.
Oh, right, okay.
I was drug in quite a bit. That was a problem.
Wow. And you've only got limited space as well. I mean, if you get it wrong, you're off the end, aren't you?
A proof process. I've landed with you. It's not very different. You son of a... I have done some carrier landings by accident in the F-15, yes.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. The old F-15C. By accident,
that's a joke. That's a joke.
Just...
Any hard landing, people will say, welcome aboard. Or carrier landing or something like that.
Oh, get you. Okay, so you've done carrier landings on the land.
Yes, by accident.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does your tyres go square?
We'll call them firm landings.
Okay, flat the bottom tyres.
Never enough to break anything, but a couple times I was curious if maybe I might have, could have. It's possible. I think I've told this story once. I don't know if I've told it here, but quickly anyway, the hardest landing I ever had was a F-18 exchange guy. He was actually an Air Force guy. He went to fly F-18s with the Navy as an exchange tour.
Right. What do they have? They have Tomcats or something?
F-18s.
F-18.
Hornets.
Oh, right. Okay.
And they land like Navy guys do. It's built to do that. If you ever look at an F-18, it's got very robust gear, and it's got some interesting geometry to help soak up the energy, as opposed to Air Force just straight down kind of gear with the shock absorber thing going on, the strut thing going on. They've got some. If you ever look at it. If you ever see them, look at it, because it's got some cool geometry for soaking up the energy. So basically, an F-18 will just come down and land. They won't flare. Sometimes they will, but generally, they just land at the point they're aiming at. And the gear takes a lot of that force and changes that energy or soaks that energy up and shaves it off of your airspeed, or your forward momentum, which is how they do it. So anyway, he had been flying F-18s. He was an Air Force guy, but had 3 years flying F-18s off carrier. And his first ride is called a TR. It's a transition ride, which basically he's coming back to fly the F-15, and you take him up and you do basic stuff, takeoffs, landings, patterns, some acro, a little bit of nav, stuff like that. So we take off, and it's all fine. He's a current aviator. He's been flying. It's not like he had a break.
Yeah, so he sort of gets the idea.
And he was a former F-15 guy. So we're flying around. Everything's great. I'm in the back seat because of that F-15D model. It's got 2 seats. So I'm the instructor, and I'm watching, making sure everything goes fine. We come back, and we do some patterns. We don't land. He's going to do some low approaches, so we do a pattern, low approach, blah, blah. Instrument stuff was fine. Everything was good. So we're going to do our first landing. So he does pitches up for closed pattern, comes around. Airspeed's great. He's right on. AOA, everything's fantastic. And normally I really guard the stick and the throttle. Right. And it wasn't like I had my hands up on the handles or anything.
You weren't doing happy hands, were you?
No, I was doing jazz hands. Like, well, this is great. And I mean, my hands were close, but not like I would be with a B courser, where no kidding, if anything went wrong, I got the jet and off we go. So we're coming down. I'm like, all right, this is looking really good, very good, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sort of talking to myself, all right. Oh, yeah, it's really nice. Okay, so we should flare about right now. We should flare. Bam! So he does the F-18 thing. He doesn't flare it at all. And the jet just goes like, oh, so we skip.
Like you were on a pogo stick.
Dude, easily the hardest landing. And to his credit, he stuffed it into AB and we got going. But
Brilliant.
there was a little bit of
Absolutely.
silence in the cockpit from both of us as we're going around. He gets the gear and flaps up, so I mean he's still flying, doing what he needs to do.
Do you think he suddenly clicked after?
Oh yeah, he knew exactly. As soon as it happened,
Oh no!
yeah, yeah. As soon as we bounced, everybody in the jet knew what was wrong. Too bad the instructor, me, didn't intervene before it got wrong.
Yeah.
It just caught me by so much surprise because everything was fine. There was no indication that he was not going to flare.
Yeah.
Although that is something that B courses try to do to you, and I would have been a little bit more on the edge. Had it been a brand new guy, but he caught me by surprise.
When you say flare, is that like the air brakes, or is it like your flaps do something?
No, as you're descending down, you're going to increase the AOA, float, and you're going to float down the runway.
Right,
yeah.
Okay.
And it shaves off some more airspeed, and then you land nicer. Okay.
Yeah.
Airlines don't really flare.
Oh, right.
Sometimes they will. If you ever feel like you're floating down the runway, then they've flared a little bit. But normally, most airliners are fairly firm when they land. They just, as long as everything's copacetic, they just put it on the ground, and then
just put it on the ground. That's
then
a lot
they
of
want to
weight
get their
as well.
nose down.
Yeah.
Get the reversers going and get on the binders and stop the jet. But
I mean, do you have parachutes on the F-18s and that? Do you?
oh yeah. Oh, on the back?
Oh, so
No.
Oh, don't you? So, like, to break you down, to slow you down, or nothing?
No.
Right.
The last active jet that had parachute breaking, I think, was the F4, I'd say.
Oh, okay. That's a Tomcat, isn't it? The F4.
No.
What's that then?
The Rhino. That's the Phantom 2.
Phantom. That's it.
Yeah.
I knew it began with that P.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yep. So I was fairly young. I was a
idea.
fairly young instructor when that happened.
All right.
I'd only been doing it maybe a year.
Right.
It was a huge lesson. I never let another. They were called TX coursers, which meant they were former fighter pilots of some kind. I never relaxed with a TX courser, especially early on in the transition
Did you brief them up beforehand? Did you like? Do you know what? If you do a hard landing, I'm going to punch the back of your head.
Well, you put that in your Rolodex, your brain Rolodex, right? The next time an F-18 guy comes by, if you happen to fly with one, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
That's now a piece of experience you have.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, you were lucky that you didn't break something, eh?
Oh, I didn't know the 117 had chutes. Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Did not know that. All right, where were we?
Right.
Were we talking about tanks or something?
I don't know. You were perhaps going to go on to a 100 battle challenge, or
yeah. I just finished the Chimera. Did pretty well in that.
Right.
I was at 64%, and the last 10, 15 battles were rough, and I ended up at 58. But my damage went up. I averaged 2100, which is high for a tier 8 medium for me.
Yeah. And it's a hard tank to do that with as well, isn't it?
But I didn't mark it in 100 battles.
Wow.
2100 average DPG, and I couldn't one mark the thing.
That's crazy. Isn't it?
That's nutty to me.
I don't know what the percentage is. What's the current?
I haven't looked at it. What it requires.
I bet it's quite high.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that tank has been around the whole time that the mark thing has been around. So every one of those should have counted.
Right. Okay.
I have a replay on it. I got a pretty good game on it coming up this week. So I don't know. T103 and the JP2 are the next two probably on the hit list. I've been enjoying the T103. I've had a couple really giant games. I've got a game on that one coming out, 5,700 damage.
Wow.
And the T103 coming up next week. So that was pretty cool. My Yo tank reviews are out. I already talked about the DCS vid coming out next week on Saturday. Nothing on EU. Next stream is probably tomorrow, guys. One bit of news, stream-wise, I did cancel my stack-up stuff because I keep finding myself only getting to about 50% of them. Evenings are just difficult, so I told him, hey, if I can get back to it, I will. I needed to cut a few things out of life so I could concentrate on a couple other things, and that was unfortunately, one of the things that had to go. I'll concentrate my volunteer stuff on Habitat for Humanity at this point. So unfortunately, I won't be doing the Monday afternoon stack-up stuff anymore.
I think to be fair, Guido, you're the same mind as me. I do a lot of charity work, but only knowing that I can actually do it. If I only could do half, I wouldn't do it from the beginning, because it's no good giving a commitment to somebody and then going, well, I sort of can do it. If you're going to commit to doing stuff like that, you need that time, you need the focus and space to do it. So you're quite right.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they don't hold it in any way as a bad deal or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Well, you do what you can do. Poor old Sod's dad flew phantoms. That's cool. Yo to you as well. There, Lingerie Penguin. Welcome.
Welcome.
Life getting in the way of gaming.
What a great name, Lingerie Penguin.
Yeah, we
awesome name.
We can't have life getting in the way of gaming. That's ridiculous.
No.
Here's a little funny thing, sort of channel relay. Remember the whole wargaming authorization app thing?
Yes. What a nightmare that is.
Well, I finally got contacted. Actually, I put a ticket in, explained it as best I could, put as much details in there amongst this. There was questions I couldn't answer, so I added details that would indicate I was still me. Sent a note to Domo, told them that, hey, Domo and Tragic both know about this, so you can verify it with these two. And I got a note from Domo saying that, no, we haven't abandoned the authorization app. And I'm like, well, that's very funny because you can't get it anymore.
Yeah.
Which appears, he said yet. The other thing is, right. I asked a bunch of you guys, and nobody uses it. So I'm the only dope.
Yeah. I don't use it.
So I got rid of it. I did something else with two-factor, changed my password, and deleted the app. So, okay, fine.
Yeah. I do password and notification to my phone. That's it.
Is that an option?
Is it not?
No.
No, wrong thing.
That's a I wish they did that, actually. I wish they did that, but they don't.
Wrong thing. I've just clicked now. I'm not talking World of Tanks here. I'm having a bad day. It's Sunday.
Yeah. So anyway, we sorted that out, and I'm back into the account. That's all good stuff. All right, cool. Getting closer on. We'll talk about that later with you. Mission specials. Oh, I didn't get the code. Did you get Commander AF's code?
AF, yeah, I did.
What is it?
It's loves in. I'll type it in. It's loves in the air.
Love is.
It's all Valentine, isn't it?
Love is or loves?
Well, it's LOVESIN. The air. I think that's it.
Loves with an S in the air.
Yeah.
There you go, Cliff. You just got it. Thank you.
Loves in the air.
All right, there you go. So that's for the Valentine thing. There is some Valentine missions going on. Verizon Challenge. Where'd the leaderboard go?
I don't know.
Anybody see the Verizon Challenge leaderboard recently?
No.
Are you guys tracking this at all? It's gone. You go to the page. Either my browser doesn't work with it. Hasn't updated in 2 days. All right, so here's the deal. Apocalypse, I do not have any EU codes, man.
I can give you EU codes if you give me a second.
Yeah, sure. Chuck them in there.
Yeah, okay.
Pilgrim may have a couple for you, man. Apocalypse Hobo. Speaking of that, I just finished watching Reacher, The Murder Hobo.
Did you?
Oh, that's a pretty good show. Jack Reacher, I can't remember what the...
Jack Reacher, yeah. Childs. Somebody Childs.
Childs, yeah. Lee Childs, I believe.
Lee Childs, that's it.
And I know that Tom Cruise played him, but this version is so much better. The guy that plays it is a big old giant dude like Reacher's supposed to be. And
yes,
he does
better. Better.
Yeah, he does a really nice job. We just finished. I won't give any spoilers, but we just finished last night watching it. It was awesome. Enjoyed it.
That's so much better. I'm just posting the ones that are still working EU codes while we're talking.
They do a lot more codes, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They do tons of codes.
So, Verizon. You know what they did is they made it down to tier 5, I believe.
Right, okay. Yeah.
And
I called it Verizon, didn't I? Sorry, I know what you're
Verizon. So they made it tier 5, which has a couple of serious seal clubbing kind of tanks. And then on NA, what people were doing, which I believe this is on an NA only thing because it's Verizon, which is a US company. People were going to South America in their tier 5s and farming bots.
Really?
Yeah. So
See,
I
you
don't.
can't avoid that. You can't get away from it because if people can get on the SA server, there's just bots there.
Yeah. I think they
You
shut
can't
down
avoid it.
the. I think they shut down the leaderboard so they could cull without it being publicly done.
Right.
So there wouldn't be any complaints from people claiming they were the top, or maybe they're trying to reassess and figure out how they're going to do this thing.
I don't know. I don't know, mate. The thing is that it's a failure to think it through.
Uh-huh.
They know their game well enough that if they do something like that, they know that that is an option or an avenue that people will, because gamers will find a way.
But do they know their game well enough?
The what? Sorry.
Do they know their game well enough?
Well,
What's the evidence? What's the evidence?
well, that's a good point.
Give me the
actually.
evidence.
Do they?
Whoever built this,
didn't know how it was going to work. Yeah.
That's been a common complaint by us for a long, long time. That a lot of times it's like the people doing these things don't really play the game, and I don't think they do. And why would you necessarily? Just because you're a tech or IT.
It's a coding thing to most people, isn't it? It's just a series of code.
Yeah.
How to make it work. I mean, they might.
But even the marketing guys, I mean, they might be interested in the game and the tanks and stuff, but they maybe aren't serious players. They may have other games they like or whatever.
No.
You know, that this is
They won't understand. They won't understand the options that
Yeah.
they're creating for people to cheat without playing it properly.
See, but NA's got this kind of special use case with SA, with South America.
Yeah.
And I know they wanted to expand down there and try to build up this whatever, but it never took off.
No.
So what do? Do you
Well,
kill the server?
The easy option is then close down the SA server so there's no thing as bots.
But then your
SA
South
server
American
played-
fans, as small as that group is, have a terrible ping up to.
Oh, do they?
US
Up
Central.
to the US. Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, a good number of South Americans have bad ping anyway, just based on infrastructure. Never mind the distance.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I guess it's just something. They probably just won't put that type of competition out again then. Although they probably will actually.
I don't like these grinding things where that's kind of why I brought this up. I don't like these grinding things where it's about getting the most points of something.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
over time.
Yeah.
I think if they did something like the best 10 you can put together.
Yes.
Now, yes, that would also be grindy because you'd want to keep going and make it better and better. But we had one like that in the fairly recent past. I can't remember what it was, but it was an average of your best X number.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that was the one where the CCs played against each other.
Oh, right. Okay.
Remember that?
Right. Yeah.
That's a much better idea, in my opinion.
Well, I think it is because it actually keeps your interest going. I mean, the grind is the grind. We get enough of the grind on the tech.
Or just the number one game of whatever.
Yeah.
Most kills.
Yeah.
Most kills
Yeah,
would be
yeah,
hard.
yeah,
Kills
yeah.
would be
Or
hard because
damage or whatever,
kills would be a
yeah.
lot of ties. That would be hard. But most
Yeah.
damage or most XP or
Yeah.
XP damage and
Yeah.
kills together. Something that
Yeah.
you can aspire to, as long as it's not blocking
and it's
damage.
not beyond the achievement of the average player. You know,
Right. If they have
we all
one big,
good
huge
games.
game, they could
Yeah.
definitely get in there. And I think also if you set a bar,
Yeah.
you could go top, 5 or the top 5, whatever, and then below that, figure out what each striation would be,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then give people, who got into that general area something.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of ways.
That'd be like too much hard work, Guido. That's why
Yeah.
it's not done. It's not as easy as they want it to be.
But it's kind of like the last one where it was the Churchill, whatever it is, that gets extra experience.
Yeah.
It's one of the only tanks that has such a huge extra experience bonus. This is a legacy thing from way back. They haven't done it again.
Yeah.
They've never taken it away from Churchill 3. There you go.
Churchill
There's no
3,
real
yeah.
reason for it to get that.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing with it? Well, you're going to turn it into free experience. Like, oh, okay, I need is a low tier Churchill 3 so I can grind extra experience so I can turn that into free experience. Maybe that was the idea at the time, but it's not like you're grinding a line with the Churchill 3. It's a premium.
No, it's a premium. It's a Soviet premium, which historically it was lend-lease to Russia from the UK, wasn't it? So,
but
it has no
because it's
line,
there and
essentially.
people know it,
yeah.
when you get something that's most experience, all of a sudden everyone's
Yeah.
playing a Churchill 3 because They're rational
Absolutely.
beings. They're going to take
Yeah.
the biggest advantage they can get, and it's
Yeah,
and
I
that's
mean,
the
it's
other.
like.
Go ahead.
Sorry, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, what people are doing on SA isn't illegal.
No. It's just that loophole that every gamer. This is what I was going to say. If you put a game out there or a competition within a game, expect the player base to find a way to massage it because they're all intelligent people mostly out there playing that game, and they all know the game, and they go, "Hang on, if we did this, I've just done that this morning. I'll go into that later on. I've just massaged the system to give me a tank for like a lot less money than it was actually originally on sale for. A lot."
Hold on. Whoa. Wait. Are you telling me you have an actual successful Pilgrinomics event coming up?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
I am looking forward to that.
Hands.
Raise your hands if you believe it in chat. Nobody's hands up.
no.
Put your hand down. Put your hand down.
No, don't call Rapture Boost.
Car Forever says
Succeeded.
implement the complement system. They have warships, but if you get 3 or more in one game, have it complete a mission for. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there's a yeah, Car. That's a good. Car is one of our friends from Kinetics channel.
Excellent. Welcome. But here's how I would rig that. I would try to get people to count in and be in platoons and compliment me.
There's always a way around it.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm with him. I understand what he's saying. Maybe with a 15-person roster, it'd have to be 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or something.
Yeah.
You'd have to be careful with that because probably 50% of the people on the team wouldn't even know it's there.
That's
they're
the
just
other thing.
they're just bombing around, shooting things, shooting tanks.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Can't compliment division members. Very good. Very good. Can the enemy team compliment you?
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I'm betting not for the same reason.
Yeah, because if you were on the opposite side, you could just load it, couldn't you?
Oh, they can. There you go. So that's what I'm saying. If you count in and you get a platoon on the other side that's in on it, still you can think of all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? Thanks, Kedge. Gifted a sub to Aussie Bushranger. Aussie's in the house. Hello. All right, cool. I think that's it. No. We need to shill. We kind of sort of started shilling.
We went all over the place, didn't we? So we got the blue light special going.
Right.
There we are. Blue light special.
Let's see what we got going on. And as per usual,
I
don't have Chrome set up and ready, so give me a second.
Oh, dear.
Oh, my gosh.
I am not working with a professional here, am I?
Jeez.
Goodness gracious, I'll go to the foot of our stairs. Oh, my goodness me.
Booyah. All right. What do we got? We have some Shermans for sale.
We do.
You got the Furry, you have the Firefly, and you have Loza's M4/A2.
Now, is it Loza or is it Loza? All right, there. Is it Loza?
I don't know.
It's Loza, isn't it? Loza. All right, Loza.
It's Lozaz.
No, it's Loza. It's a Scouse word. It's Loza. It's a Scouse tank.
That sounds like some kind of Slavic name to me.
You think?
Yeah.
Driving a Sherman?
Or Russian. Oh, it's the Lend-Lease, right? That's the German dude.
Oh,
is it not?
Right.
I think that's a Lend-Lease Sherman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that then.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's a Loza.
There's no way I'm wrong.
Anyway.
I've never been wrong. Hold on, let me do something here. I'll come right back to that. I'm going to try to get a little techie. How do I get this thing to pop out? What? Stop it. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. I've lost control. Can I do that? No. Oh, jeez. Now I've really lost control. My chat. Yep. Add. Never mind. I have indeed lost control. Forget it. I can pop chat out of my Twitch dashboard, but right now I can't because something has changed, and I can't. Yeah. Oh wait! I know what it is. Hold on.
You didn't get your Harry Potter magic wand.
No, I didn't click save. I didn't click save because it does that. Oh yeah, got it.
There you go. See.
That is the one that tricks me every time. All right, so we're going to do this. And then we're going to go like that. Hold on. Watch this. Boom. Now I can read the daggum chat because it's right here.
But they are.
Oh, this is genius.
I am working with a professional.
This is
at
genius.
last.
This is genius. All right. So back to the shilling. You will buy our tanks.
Yeah. You will buy. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Got to do the noise with it when you do it.
And a mug.
Really?
The Fury is okay. I like it. The Firefly is very good.
It's actually very good. It's got a good gun on it.
Yeah. I don't know anything about Lozes. Lozes.
Oh, I haven't got it. Was there?
Anybody have it? I got Car Forever. He's buying something right now. You guys get out your wallets. Get out your crowbar.
Yeah.
Pry it open. Watch out for the fish hooks and get some money out. And put in the note. Guido sent me. Code Guido sent me. Will give you exactly no discount.
Guido 1212 in the code box. You get
0 discount.
No discount.
Actually, if you do that, it will negate your coupon.
Yeah, exactly. The coupon will disappear forever.
Right.
Carl's just a poor boy from a poor family. Spare him his life.
Spare him his life.
Yeah, I know. It's now in my head. Thanks, Carl. That's now rolling
easy
around
come,
my head
easy go.
No, don't do this. Don't do this. It's one of them songs that gets.
What is the word? What are the words after that? Easy come, easy go. All I hear is mishmil. No.
Yes.
I don't know what the words are. What are they?
I don't know.
Is it gibberish or is it actually a word?
Easy come, easy go.
Mish. Little.
I
No, there's something before the little high, little low.
Yeah, it's I need to sew or something.
Easy come, easy go. No. I think the last word's no.
Little boat. I need to sew. I don't know. Yeah.
Will you let me go? No, that's later too, I think, isn't it?
Well, hang on a minute. Caraboosh, can you do this? Fandango.
Is that the word? Caraboosh?
Thunderbolt and lightning.
What is that?
I don't know.
Right, so it sounds like gibberish. That's what I'm saying. If only there was something that was around that covered the world with information that you would have maybe like a box that you could then type your question in and find out the answer.
What, like, and call it something like, I don't know, like Groggle or...
I don't know, the
interway.
The interway.
The interway.
The supernet. That would be interesting. The supernet. Maybe.
Yeah, the supernet. That sounds a good name for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. All right, there you go. Look, see.
The Basmala. Yeah,
Islamic praying in the name of God, the most gracious, the most... Cliffy knows these things. Look at him.
Bismillah, no. That's why I thought it was gibberish, because it's another language that I did not understand.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Easy come, easy go. Will you let me go? Bismillah.
We will not let you go. There you go. Why would they put an Islamic phrase in there?
Wayne, you've won the gold, mate. Well done.
Fantastic. Really. Bismillah, Arabic, is a phrase in the name of Allah. Okay. This is the first word.
Scaramouche.
It's the first word. Really?
Yeah. Scaramouche, can you do the fandango? Yeah, he was French, wasn't he? French.
I wonder why that's in there.
I don't
even know. I sort of understand the story of the song, but I don't know the specific story of the song.
I don't know. Yeah. Beelzebub. I know that one. Beelzebub. Has the devil set aside for me.
Oh, was Freddie Lebanese descent?
Oh, yeah, he was. He was from the Middle East, wasn't he? There you go. There you go. See, Carl's derailed the stream. Tangent, we call it, Carl. We're allowed tangents on the stream. It's cool.
Oh, this entire Sunday is about tangents, my friend. But well played, sir. You did send us off into
a really good tangent.
Yeah.
Because that song is now stuck in the back of my brain forever until I go to sleep tonight and I forget my name.
So now when I hear it, I'm going to know that he's saying Bismillah, no.
Yeah, you're going to say.
And I'll be able to hear it now instead of just saying Bismillah. Which is
isn't that the way that us oldies hear kids' songs anyway?
Oh yeah.
We make up our own words to it.
Yeah.
You know, like we listen to Beyonce and she's talking a load of nonsense in her songs, and then the kids put you right. They go, no, it's not that, Dad.
Yeah.
It's not my socks need washing.
There's an old. That's
what it sounds like to me. My socks need washing.
God, it's on the edge of my addled brain, and it's just disappeared. But there was an old AC/DC song that I had a similar situation with when I was younger. Dirty Deeds. Dirty
Oh, right.
Deeds.
Okay.
Dirty Deeds, done dirt cheap, right?
Yes. Yes.
I thought he was saying Dunderchi.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't know what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's saying gibberish. But it took me a long time before I understood he was saying done dirt cheap.
Yeah, yeah.
And not Dunderchi, which makes zero sense, but I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Although I could have just got out the album jacket and looked at it.
You could have done. You could have looked up the lyrics. But
That's how lazy humans are.
Well, exactly that. And you like the words that you put to the songs anyway. I love all the words I put to the songs, even though they're completely wrong. It just makes it funny.
Yeah. Speaking of completely wrong, the LEF is for sale.
Oh my goodness!
Do you like that
mate.
transition?
Tell me about it, mate.
That was a good
Tell me about it. I played. I know it's naughty, but I did play a couple of tier 5s yesterday, and it was like three leafs on each team.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my goodness me! I was just getting.
And you're like,
I was T1 heavy. Yeah. T1 heavy. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, can't you just piss off, you leaf players?
I love those things because, not actually, but when you're getting hit by them, 20, 30, 80, 50, 60, and then one penetrates your deck and does 450.
I know.
That's
Yeah.
But not to be outdone. Not to be outdone in stupidity. We're also selling the Panzer II-J. Now, this is not nearly what it used to be.
No, it's not.
In fact, and I don't think Mad Dog's here, but I got a great video from Mad Dog coming up. Reference this. He's not playing this, but you'll see it next week. But these are not nearly what they were, but they're still kind of silly.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing... you're right. They're not what they were.
Good Lord, they're still expensive, though. Oh, shit. Look at that.
Lingerie Penguin needs the EU codes. Rather than me type them all in again, if you've got a chance, scroll back to the beginning. If you can't find them, I'll send you a whisper later.
I thought wasn't Lingerie the one asking about it, or was that somebody else?
Oh, no, that was... his name comes up grey.
Got it. Okay.
Apocalypse.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Ah, it was Apocalypse Hobo. That got us off on the Reacher tangent. I remember that now.
It did, yes. It did.
When was that? Yesterday or?
I can't remember. What day is it? I don't know.
$80. Hey, tell me, does is Pilgrinomics going to get us a Panzer II-J for cheap? Was that the tank?
No, it's better than that.
It's
mate.
better than that.
Oh, it's one of your favourite tanks. I got for pennies as opposed to pounds.
Okay. Are you ready to talk about? Well, let's get through this, and then we'll do that. Does that sound good? All right. So gold, nothing big going on here. This is the standard stuff, guys. Premium account, also the same thing. Nothing big there. People are starting. Some of the people who didn't get a whole lot of the Christmas boxes are about right now starting to run out of premium time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's getting there, isn't it? It's getting to the point. I mean, I'm okay because some kind person gifted me 1 million boxes.
That guy's awesome.
Yeah, he is awesome. He needs a pack
mental help. Yes, true.
He needs help. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs help. Specials. This is all the same stuff. So really, it's the Shermans are for sale. You've got the Panzer II-J if you really got to have that thing. The LEF is out there, but these are pretty expensive. The cheapest you're going to get a Panzer II-J is $54, and I'll tell you what, it's not. It just isn't what it used to be. Not that I ever played down there at all, pretty much.
No.
So there you have it. All right. So are you ready then? Do you want to tell us your?
Right. Okay.
Where do we have to go on the webpage?
Pilgrinomics have finally paid off.
Where do I go? Is it on the webpage?
Yeah. If you you can go. Well, you won't be able to go to. I haven't got a screenshot of my garage because it involves.
All right. I'll shut up and let you explain it.
Right. Okay. Have a look. Right. What's the current tank of the day for Valentine's Day?
The Lurva.
Yeah. You see, one of your favourite tanks.
Okay.
The Lurva. Right. Okay. Now, if you go to the shop, 3D Styles and all that lot. If you go to the shop, there is a price for it.
In the client.
In the client.
Okay. Go to the store. Okay.
Go to the store.
Okay.
And there's a price for it, is there not?
I don't know. Where do you? I have it, so I don't know if I can see that.
Yeah, you might not be able to see it.
It was for sale on this. is it?
Right. Okay. Well, I'll give you the prices. Here we go. Look, I've got it on my computer.
Okay.
That one. Look, I've done the working out. It's
Hold
there.
on. Serious Tech going. I couldn't read it. What does it say?
What?
Your sticky note that you're attempting. You were shaking it. Oh my God, I can't follow that. All right, just explain it.
It's sums, math with an S for all you colonials. Maths with an S because it's a plural. Maths, okay. Mathematics. Okay, here we go. The current price that you can buy the lure at through the shop is £38.35, whatever that is in dollars. Okay.
Okay, so, hold on. Let me write it down.
Right.
I'm gonna try to follow this Pilgrinomics. If it's not true that you got a discount, we're gonna roast you for days.
Well, I'm quite sure you will. I've put myself out there now, aren't I?
All right, start over. How much was it?
Gentlemen and ladies.
How much was it?
Right, okay. So £38.35 for a lure from the shop.
Okay. That was okay. Shop. Got it.
Okay. Now, I had the lure in my garage as a rental.
Okay.
To buy the rental, it's 11,200 gold.
Okay.
Okay. If you go to the site and price up 11,200 gold, it works out at £36.85, which is cheaper to buy that gold.
Okay. So that's how you did it.
No, I then applied a 20% coupon to both prices because I had a 20% coupon, and the coupon brought the original shop price down to £30.69.
Oh, I see where you're going here.
But the gold was also coupon applied. You could use the coupon on the gold. It was a 20% on any item. That got the gold down to £29.47, which I then credited to my account and bought the lure for £29.47 worth of gold. I made the sum total of £9.32.
Hold on. How do you apply the coupon to the low and make that matter?
Because it's 20% discount on anything over $12.
Well, I know, but give me.
So,
so you went.
The original price of the lure minus the 20% discount ended up being £30.69. Right? Through the shop. But if I was to purchase,
I see what you did. You went and bought. I got you. You put a coupon on the gold. You bought the gold for $29.47.
Indeed, and then used that gold in the garage to purchase the rented lure, which is still sat in my garage.
Which you knocked down to $30.69, which turned out to be how much of that gold did you spend then?
All of it, the whole 11,200.
Really?
Which was $29.47 to buy the tank. The tank was 11,200 gold.
So really, you bought the tank for $29.47.
Yes, because I bought the gold and then used that gold to buy the tank.
Oh, I see. Once you used your coupon on the $38.35 low, brought it to $30.69, which was 11,200 gold.
There you go. Got
it.
But the gold I got discounted.
Right.
Pilgrinomics works! Now I'm going to sell it and get the credits for it. That'll be all right, won't it?
Yes, I would definitely do that. I would absolutely sell it
and I need
to
some
get
silver.
the credit. Yeah, buy some silver too. That's a great idea.
There you go.
Why do I have a Carnarvon Action X for sale?
I don't. Do you know what? I wouldn't. But I don't
I have it though. I thought. Yeah, I have it. Why is it?
Yeah, they're showing you and you've got it.
That's interesting because the other ones it shows up in garage, but this special. I also think I have this thing. I think. Huh. I don't know. All right.
Right, there's a question from Lingerie Penguin. The vision of that, right? You know the story about me being down the Falklands and they had a dearth of penguins. But the trouble is with the penguins is that the minefields on the beaches, which were all wired off, over time the springs weakened on the mines, so you could see exploding penguins everywhere you go. They used to fly up I've seen a flying penguin. Oh, flying
Oof.
half a penguin.
Oof.
But my image now is a penguin in a bra and knickers set. It's so bad, isn't it?
Flying through the air.
You can't have a name like Lingerie Penguin without images, can you? So anyway, Lingerie Penguin question said someone that medium tanks are best for newer players to get to grips with the game. No, not for me personally.
I don't know. It's kinda, sorta.
You think?
That's a long time ago, man. The medium, I think why people say that is the medium is the jack of all trades, so it can do a little bit of everything. That can be tricky, I think.
I'm more with what Car's saying about the KV1.
Yeah, KV1
gives you a lot of options.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, what kind of new player are you though? Have you just started? Like, if you've just started, I would get a KV1 or something like that.
Yeah.
If you're a new player, as in, okay, I've unlocked some tanks and moved around a little bit, and I've got, say, 5,000-10,000 battles, then a medium can certainly help you learn more about the game, because then you're going to be wanting to learn about vision, positioning, repositioning, trading, all that stuff. That's not just Mongo smash with a KV1.
Yeah.
So maybe a medium is good for a beginner transitioning to intermediate level, I would say.
Right. Okay.
But I don't know if I would go straight to mediums.
No.
Some of it
also with the KV1, you've got the KV1S, which is not as good, but at least you've got various options.
Some of it is just how good of a gamer are you, not in terms of in World of Tanks, not in terms of, oh, I play this game over here really good, so I'm going to be good at World of Tanks. But you start to play World of Tanks and you're really kind of getting it and you're starting to move along and it's working out for you, then yeah, sure, jump into mediums, because they're the jack of all trades and will teach you a lot about the game. If you're struggling or you're not sure about the mechanics, then stick with the heavies, as I think Cliffy said, or somebody in there.
Yeah, Cliffy said heavies are more forgiving. The armors, and they're slow enough to sort of, if you're flexing around the map in the medium, you can get yourself into trouble quite quickly.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately you have to be honest with yourself and go from there. All right, cool. I think we're done shilling. That sounds. Oh, there are a lot of missions actually, guys, going on right now. We've got.
It is.
The Verizon stuff is in. Let's just jump in here real quick and see what we got. We got the Valentine Missions, which I have apparently finished. They seem fairly easy. Chocolate and some decals and crap like that. Winter sports celebrations. I forgot about that. Those should probably be done if you play at all. The Verizon thing. There's a lot of stuff. You're getting all these tokens really at the end of the day. That's the only thing you're getting. But you can get some kits and stuff down here, decals and whatnot.
Yeah.
There's 3 days of premium.
We always need a decal, don't we?
Yeah. This ends on the 23rd, which is, there's a ways to go, so you should be able to get through all of this. Making the most, so it looks like, what do you need for all this stuff? I haven't even done any of these. You need, there you go, so 50.
Yeah.
And to get to the end one, you need 250, 200, 200.
Yeah.
So there you go. How many can you get a day?
Yeah.
Are these all 24 hours or some of these once?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't really look into it. I've just I'm a bit like you. I'm letting the missions just roll out behind the scenes, you know.
I haven't played a whole bunch. I already have 25, so it seems like maybe you can get through it pretty easily with some fairly casual to slightly try hard effort. But I didn't do any of the math, so maybe somebody else has down there.
Yeah.
Unlimited. All right, so there you go. Most people should be able to crank through that if you play the game at all.
Yeah, and then there's 5 keys at the end.
Action X, community hunting, and that's pretty much it. Faux dat.
So Lingerie Penguins just bought the Firefly, which is, as we said, it's a good tank. It's a good tank.
Who did?
Lingerie Penguin.
Oh, good. I like the Firefly, man. I like the VC, man. That's a great. I like the Tech Tree Firefly too. They're both good.
Yeah.
5 keys and a stamp, 2 turntables and a microphone. I went into a guy's stream. His name is Predict Chaos or something like that.
Right.
Young guy, good stream, very calm guy. Explains what he's doing. Chatted with him for quite a while, and I said that there was something. There was 2 stirs behind him. I'm like, you got 2 stirs and a microphone back there, and he's like, what? Like, it's a song, 2 turntables and a microphone. I think I'm being edgy, right? Because that to me, that's a young person song.
Yeah, that's like a kid's thing, isn't it?
But that's like
down with the kids.
Beck, and Beck is like 20 years old.
Right.
Which once I started looking into it, I'm like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
that's how old you're getting, dude. Like,
Yeah.
to me, in my brain, Beck is one of the new guys.
Yeah, that's the trouble, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
the trouble.
Is it called Where It's At? Is that the song?
Where It's At?
I thought
Beastie, Malcolm.
When I looked it up on YouTube, it said it actually said 2 turntables and a microphone. But I never really got to what the song is. Maybe it is Where It's At.
2000 was 5 years.
Yeah, exactly.
To me of anything else.
Exactly, Car. That's where I'm coming from,
Exactly.
man. That's exactly what it felt like.
Yeah. Look, do you see behind here? You see this? I'll just move RNG. Hang on.
Yeah.
You see that red thing there?
Yeah.
That box, right? That's a record player.
Nice. Nice.
And I've got... Look.
Yeah,
I've got
yeah, right.
records. Look.
Fight for your right to party. That's a good 30 years old, right? We're talking about 90?
Ooh, about that, yeah. 30, 40
Late
years old.
80s, early 90s, something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beastie Boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Walk 500 miles. That's right.
I'll only admit that once. Okay,
Yep.
I'd never
Yep.
see that again. That is
Yep.
coming away.
Yep. I want my enemies to love or hate me, or whatever that song was.
I can't remember now. I'm that
Yeah.
old.
Adam and the Ants. And then it was just Adam Ant when he kicked the band out.
Yeah.
That's right, Beastie Boys.
Dear.
Good
Yeah.
morning.
Okay, one more beer. Good morning.
One more beer's late because he had one more beer.
One more beer. Wave fell into a burning ring of fire. You've been eating chili curries again.
I
haven't you,
fell into a burning ring of fire.
Wade? You are down, down, down. The
Flames
were
burning higher. This is
We
a
should
tangent.
start a karaoke band off.
Yeah,
Should we make money, wouldn't we? Guido and Pilgrim.
it would take care of one problem:
Yeah, what?
the viewers.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't matter.
Oh.
Wouldn't matter what we said after that because there wouldn't be any.
Yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant.
I have not seen a fiddle fight, actually. No, I mean on TV I've seen him do it. That sounds pretty cool. The Devil went down
It
to
sounds
Georgia.
good, doesn't it?
The Devil went down to Georgia, looking for
He
a
did,
soul to
actually, yeah.
steal.
Yeah, and he never came back either.
Looking
did he?
for a
Stayed
soul
down
to
in
steal.
Georgia.
That's right. All right, let's go to subjects du jour.
Got lots. Got
Tanks.
lots, mate.
Tanks. What?
Yeah, I got lots.
So, maps.
Yeah.
What is going on here?
Right.
What is going on with the maps? We have 3 or 4 maps in various states in Super Test. And remember last week we asked this question. It was kind of interesting because pretty quickly this article showed up.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And I can't quite wrap my mind around this article. I can't wrap my mind around maps in Super Test when you have these 9 that you did a big rigmarole with.
Recon mission. Recon mission. Good
So that's what we
grief.
asked last week. Where are they? And then we
Yeah.
get this thing, which apparently they've gathered a lot of info. But meanwhile, they have these
Yeah.
Super Test maps. They're talking about, like, at least one of them, I think. Is there a new map on the Common Test? I thought there was one.
Yes, there is.
Or
I'll
maybe
tell you
I'm
what it is
wrong.
now.
I don't know. But it's not one
No,
of these.
no, I think you're right. I'll tell you what it's called. Manila.
No, that's Super Test.
Oh, is it?
I'm wondering if
Common
there's
Test,
one in
okay.
the new Common Test. Does anyone remember? I don't remember. But anyway, there's a lot of chatter about maps. But these 9 got a lot of data. Now here's the 4 that they picked.
Yeah, what was
Where's
it?
the
Outpost,
4?
Oyster Bay, Far Eastern Airship Yard.
Okay, so next step was to assign points based on the survey answers. Oh boy. To create a second ranking of the maps. This offered unique insight into the maps from the subjective view of the players. Finally compared feedback against the objective data and statistics For example, players said outposts in Oyster Bay were best facilitated tactical variety, while Volga was the least accommodating. A glance at the heat maps shows this was reflected in the data. After examining all questions and sorting maps with help of players, these are the maps that stood out as the strongest.
In whose opinion? The data that they collected.
This is the one I want to talk about.
Yeah, I was going to come to that one.
This one is pure garbage. I do not understand.
Absolutely.
At least initially, I did not understand. Then there was a little bit of chatter on the CC channel. Guys and gals were talking, and somebody made a great point, and I think it was, I don't know if it was Cody or ARG or somebody said something to the effect of, some of this is confirmation that bad to average players, who are the majority, like some of the bad maps because they're easy for them to know where to go. Essentially that.
Okay. That sounds a logical
Yeah,
assumption.
right. So everyone got to answer the questions. Everyone, I mean, right? So every skill level. Most people here listening to this right now have been playing the game for a while and have a significant amount of knowledge about the game. Whether we can apply it well or not is we're all learning, that kind of thing. But a large percentage of the people who answered the questions don't have that information in their brain.
No.
So they answer the best they can.
For a lot of people, it's just a game. They're not really that fussed about it.
So they answer the question as best they can.
Yeah.
And you get answers where Far East, and then of course the questions Wargaming asks, and I've done several videos on this, on their questionnaires. They're very leading questions. It's not good. It's not good.
Yeah.
So then the data they gather is flawed.
Yeah.
Often. So we get what I put as the worst map in the 9.
Yeah.
That was last for me. The worst.
And
Easily the worst map. Terrible.
Yeah.
Horrible map. But
line of sight shot straight down you cannot drive up that runway. The stupid tunnel that goes underneath does nothing. There's no brawling area that's worth talking about. The dead ground is not dead ground because the top of your tank sticks out over it. It's just rubbish.
But if you're a basic player trying to figure out where the heck to go, and you look at the map, you go mediums and lights with some TDs, heavies with some TDs, and my heavy mediums go here.
Yeah. There you go. Done.
That's how you play.
What you have to do.
Makes total sense to me from that standpoint. It is a rational way to look at it. When you don't know that much about it, this is why people go to Valley on Lakeville.
Yeah. Yes. Or the beach on Overlord.
Right. I have a good hold down tank. I only have to worry about that. Nobody shoots me from the side.
No.
Valley.
Great game,
all day.
this, isn't it?
All day. Valley all day.
Yeah. Why does my team keep losing? I don't know.
Very strange.
Maybe because you've deployed to the wrong place.
Outpost. This one was okay, but not really one of my favorites. Oyster Bay. This was one of my favorites. I actually liked this one quite a bit.
I liked Oyster Bay. Yeah, it was quite cool.
There was a lot you could do in this area right here. Now, I can see, based on some of the lines of fire, as the meta develops, we might get a fairly stagnant lockdown here with no ability to push. But as of the amount of times I played it, I liked it. Because this was also viable. You could kind of move around over here. Of course, it has a big dead airfield in the middle, which is stupid, but whatever.
Yeah. PD area.
So that one was okay. Because we talk about output. Okay. I liked this one. Despised that one. Average. Another one that was kind of in the middle for me. Yeah. In fact, I remember that the 3 that this was in, this was the last one of the 3.
Yeah, and that was difficult because the right flank is a bit awkward because there's cross-map shots coming in at you on that one.
Yeah.
But
Thanks, Lingerie. Appreciate that. This is the one I think that it might have been Cody actually that was talking about it. But anyway, this is the one he was talking about because this is very similar to what I was talking about. Heavies, mediums, TDs, TDs sit here and have all kinds of fire around.
Yeah. Well, we
So
actually me and you took two mediums into that area and got shredded, if you remember.
into this area.
Yeah, we took two mediums
Yeah,
into the ED area and actually got. There's no way you could turn or hide.
yeah. So let's go back up here. The ones I liked, and I liked Foothills quite a bit. I enjoyed this one. It needed some work in the middle to make the middle a little more viable. This one felt a little bit like Proc to me,
Yes.
a little bit,
Yeah.
with
Yeah, a little bit.
all the crossfire capabilities and each section of the map in the middle needing to be kind of used and controlled.
Yeah.
But the middle needed a little more work because it was a little too exposed to everything.
Yeah.
So I liked that. Palace of Power, I don't remember that one very well.
No, I can't remember that one.
Huh.
I can't. In fact, I don't think I've ever played on that map, to be
No,
honest.
I did. Oh, I remember. Yeah, there's quite a brawly bit right here. This one was okay. I liked Foothills. Volga, I liked. I remember that. The middle's not very useful in Volga, but it was a decent map. Canyon, I liked quite a bit. There was a lot of opportunity on this one for using the whole map.
Yeah.
Oyster Bay,
Yeah.
I
Well,
liked. Avalanche was okay. Outpost we discussed. Far East terrible. Airship Yard, not good. So just for me, the four they chose, the only one that I really liked is that one.
Yes, and I think the rest are fairly mediocre compared to some of the others.
Right.
So they've sort of gone with the game average, I think, rather than, I don't know. Perhaps the people that responded with those particular likes. Well, they must have done if that's what they're saying they used it. You've had another follow, by the way, Guido.
Oh, very good. Thank you. Who was it?
Eduard Romanov Est.
Excellent. Thank you. Welcome aboard. Like we said last week, what I would have done with all these is just put them all in the game.
Yeah, and just let them. I mean,
Start gathering info.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just to catch up on chat, I can't remember who it was, but 30 on 30. I know not everybody liked Lingerie Penguin was talking about it. I like grand battles. I really like the fact the map is big enough to get around. Now, that doesn't suit everybody. And 30 on 30 is, to each to his own liking. But I like grand battles. If we had more of those type maps. The ones I don't like are things like mines on a tier 10.
I think one of the problems with the grand battles is depending on your computer, it can be pretty rough on the computer.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, but I do like it.
Speaking of that, for a tangent, my stupid computer did the exact same blue screen the other day.
Way.
Once the clock timeout watchdog, and I was doing DCS and I had a lot of things going on at once, but this card should not do that. That concerned me.
No.
And that was probably 4 or 5 days ago. And then yesterday, again doing DCS, trying to load in, it completely crumped. My fans went to maximum, so I got to load some temperature stuff. I don't know. So all of a sudden,
how long is the warranty on it?
I don't know. I've had it 4 weeks now or so.
Got to be still.
But it's in that same time frame when the last one bricked.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Crikey!
Anyway.
All that messing about, that rigmarole, and the thought that you might have to go through all that again.
Well, it's possible because when I'm running DCS, it is going to use a lot of stuff. If you remember, the tubes for the liquid cooling were sitting on top of the 3080.
Yeah. Do you think that would make much difference?
Well, if it gets really hot and the water is getting warmed up instead of cooling as it goes through the tube, just adding a little extra heat. I mean, it doesn't take much before it gets too hot, And so if
you still got your case sides off and things like that.
Oh yeah, I got it all. Yeah, it's completely open to the air.
See, you shouldn't. I'm not being funny, Guido. I mean,
no, it shouldn't. There shouldn't be a problem. Yeah,
it shouldn't be a problem. You paid your money for the top end computer that should handle anything that's out there.
Yeah.
I mean, apart from doing CAD stuff on a mainframe server type stuff.
Yeah.
Anything like DCS or any game, it should just eat it alive. It shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
So something's bottlenecking or overclocking or something, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Pour old solder works just like your radiator does, basically. It's got fans with a radiator, essentially. So the hot liquid comes in, goes through the radiator with the fans, cools off, goes back, basically sits on top of the heat sink that's connected to your. It's probably not called a heat sink in this case, but that's what I'll call it. The heat sink that's sitting on your CPU.
Oh, I think they are called heatsink. It's the fan thing on the top of the CPU, isn't it?
It is, but I have liquid cooling. So
Right.
you got the chip, and you've got the box.
you've got
It's a
that.
box, and it's got liquid in it.
Yeah,
The
lots of vapors
cool
on
liquid
it,
comes in, grabs the heat,
yeah.
goes back
Yeah.
out through this 2 tubes back
Yeah.
to the radiator. So it's like a radiator in your car. Basically, the
Yeah.
water goes through the block of your car, gets hot, comes out. One side goes in the radiator, cools off, and then cool water goes in.
Yeah.
So it just circulates and keeps the heat down. Same idea.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, that was a tangent on that. We'll have to keep watching and see what happens.
Yeah, that's concerning though, isn't it? You would.
Heat exchanger. Thank you,
I'm absolutely
Howard.
gobsmacked, mate.
Heat
Really
exchanger. Yeah, that's more like what you would call it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So that's the map thing, man. I'm not really sure what to make of it. We'll see what happens.
To be honest, I've got to the stage where just put some maps in, please, because I'm fed up with the ones we've got. Just do it. Just stick them in, and we'll play with them and see what they're like.
Now, cool stuff. So we have some information on Battle Pass. Some serious information. So first, we'll start with styles, then we'll get to the tanks, because the tanks have been basically announced or found or revealed, I suppose you might call it.
Yeah.
The Leopard has a new style. This is what it looks like. It's called, what is it called here? Raider. Pretty
See,
cool.
that's slightly better than the surfboard or the rubber dinghy type skins.
How come there's not a AAA gun sticking off the top of it?
Well, exactly that, yeah. It hasn't got this huge thing sticking out over the top.
Yeah, it looks fairly, it looks cool, but it looks fairly tame, I guess, compared to a lot of them. So that's what that looks like. Then we have the 124, which also already has a style, maybe 2.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's already got style on it.
Yep. Looks pretty cool. Also, no giant, although there's a pretty good machine gun up here, but there's no massive AAA gun sticking off the top of it. That's nice. They do love their spotlights, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, they do. They love it. It's an infrared thing, isn't it? They like sticking them on there. But poor old Sud said, no other steampunk versions. No.
No, well, so far so good, man, but we'll see. You never know. The Kron definitely has at least one style, maybe 2. I know one, because the one has the big crane on it.
Yeah, that's right. It's got the crane on it.
So this is maybe the second Kron style. Looks pretty good. I don't know what these...
Can I just stop you?
Yeah.
Six Pack Daddy. I believe Six Pack Daddy won something from Commander AF. I'm sure I saw his name, or her name, whoever Six Pack Daddy is. Come on, fess up. What did Commander AF give you? It was on her video. Six Pack Daddy won something. I'm sure it was. Anyway, sorry, that was a tangent.
What eats me up about styles is I end up losing the rare, nice 2D camo I actually like. Wish they would refund those. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's a good point.
The kid I was watching yesterday was one of the very first persons I've ever heard say, I like 3D styles. I want to buy 3D styles. I'm like, I don't really care that much. They're okay.
No, I won't buy them. I
won't. But I understand some people do and they like them, which is fine. But not that it has to be fine with me whether you want a 3D style or not.
No. Yes, it does. We all have to defer to you, sir.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right. The vehicles.
Six Pack Daddy did. He won boosters and reserves from Commander AF.
Nice.
Famous.
The new vehicles are apparently the Tier 9 Cobra, British medium tank autoloader, because we need more of those.
Don't we just?
And the Tier 9 French heavy Lorraine 52.
Yeah.
So going to the Cobra. The Cobra Cabra. Let's see. And I don't know if these are the recently changed stats. I didn't actually... Whoa. Stop it. I guess I can't do it that way. Stop. We'll do it like this. I don't know if these are the recently changed stats, because I know they just changed. I'll just assume they are.
Yeah, there was something in the blurb, wasn't it, that
Yeah.
they've updated a few of the stats.
But we're looking at basically 360 damage. Looks like it's got a Hesh round because there's more damage for 515.
Right.
268 pen with only 219. Must be a Hesh round. Only 219 on the Hesh round for more damage.
Right.
And then we've got
Again, that's a round I just don't get on with Hesh. It's horrible. I hate it. I get it off the tanks and give me APC.
Yeah, it trolls me. Hesh trolls me. It's funny when especially on the really big guns, when it penetrates someone and deletes them. It's kind of funny, but otherwise it's got 4 shells though in the magazine at 360.
Oh my goodness me.
The time between shots is 1.33.
No, it can't be right.
Wow. That's like isn't that around the TVP 5051 speed?
Feels like that. Yeah, it would feel certainly like TVP sort of territory.
Are you sure it's 2 second, Bonzi? It said, oh, did they change? That might be one of the stats they changed. It says 1.33 here, but maybe it's 2 now.
Yeah.
Aiming time is 4 seconds though, so that's a long time.
Yeah, but you can massage that down surely with
a little bit. But think about that: you fire, then you get the dispersion negative from firing.
Yeah.
And if you're moving and stuff, and add that, so yeah, you can fire it quickly, but you may not have the best dispersion.
Right. Artillery book says it's a full minute to reload the mag.
Wow. Minus 10 gun depression is good.
Yeah.
It's only got 28. It's only got 28 shells.
Wow, that's not a lot, is it?
No. That is not a lot. You could go through those quickly, especially if you were sniping at people and missing and whatnot. Yeah. Although maybe not, because it's a minute reload. How many minutes of reload is that? 7 minutes of reload, right? Is that 4 times what's?
4 sevens. 28.
Yeah.
So you get 4 reloads.
7 minutes of reload. You're going to be reloading for 7 minutes in the game.
That's like half a game. Well, I mean, for most of my games, it's over by then.
Yeah. So it's not a lot of shells, but in reality, for the way the game is played, most of the time you're probably not going to have trouble.
Well, you're going to be ending up being a TD, aren't you? You're going to be sniping from the back.
Yeah, I guess. It's technically
you ain't going to take that
it's a medium, yeah. You could do that. What's the dispersion? 0.4, not great.
No. Yeah, Howie, true. Games don't last longer than 3 minutes anyway. They're all 15 nils these days.
Power to weight's not bad at 18, so it will get up to its 40 fairly quickly. 25 backwards?
No.
What?
That's quicker than most tanks forwards.
This game has lasted way too long. That's really fast backwards. I mean, talk about the ability to get out of the way once you fire.
Yeah. Six Pack Daddy thinks that maybe they're not being totally correct with the stats.
The whole traverse is 55. Wow. Yeah, I think some of that's going to change. All right, so we've got 1,600 hit points, we got 120 hull, and only 130 turret, so it really doesn't have a lot of armor. Although it's highly angled. The stupid Caliban doesn't have a lot of turret, a lot of thickness on its armor, and I bounce that stupid thing constantly because the angles are crazy.
Yeah. You just got to keep things moving, and it'll do that, won't it?
Yeah. All right, and then view range is 400. So then we got the 50T, the heavy, for the French, with a 400 alpha gun. 264 and 308. Looks like it's shooting APCR for its premium.
Yeah.
Long reload. Aiming time is fairly long. 0.33 is quite accurate, actually.
Yeah,
that's before you add any bonuses. Minus 10 is useful. It does 60? What's its armor look like?
Seriously, that's a heavy tank. It's doing 60. Yeah, it's got to have weak. Yeah, it's got to have weak armor.
It's not too bad. 250 on the turret, which is
okay.
Overmatched by most things, pressing 2 at 9 and 10, if not everything at 9 and 10. Whole armor is almost nothing at 90, so it's got the I don't know, what is it, the 50B hull maybe?
Yeah.
50B hull with a cyclical single shot gun, maybe?
Yeah.
Kind of what it looks like to me.
Yeah, it's not an autoloader.
Because it's
So,
kind of the speed of this 50B.
yeah.
20 kilometers backwards on that bad boy.
Well, that's like 110 territory, isn't it, for a heavy tank?
Yeah.
So it's going to get you into trouble fast, isn't it?
Falk
'Cause you're going to
11
get into the.
091. Thank you for the follow. Go ahead.
So it's going to get you into that position where you're going to be the first to meet the enemy tanks.
Wayne's
You're
right.
gonna
It
get
is a
that-
40T hull. Look at it. It's got the rubber wheels.
Oh right, yeah, absolutely.
Rubber not bogies, but wheels, or whatever the hell they're called. The bogies are these things up top, right? Yeah. So that does look like the 40T. Although isn't the 40T flat on the front and not pike nosed?
No, I don't think it's pike nose, is it? It's flat down straight, isn't it?
I think so.
You've had a first time chat from
Hello. Yep, you just followed and chatted. Hello, Falk. Welcome. So it looks like although that makes sense, right? Lorraine 40T, Lorraine 50T. Duh.
Yeah.
So it's a Lorraine 40T
you,
modified hull with a big cyclical gun on it.
So support heavy tank as opposed to
The 40T is
your
piked,
face.
really?
Oh, is it? I didn't know.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't know. I haven't got my client up, so I couldn't look.
We're gonna prove it here. I'm betting he's 100% right. Oh, ooh. Spinner about, boys. It is piked. You know why it doesn't really look
never
that
knew
way?
that.
Because
There
it's
you
got
go.
that. I've got those little line things on there. Oh, that is the
Yeah.
same hole, man. Look at that. Same.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys can't see it because I have the thing blocking. There you go. Yeah.
Right,
So you
yeah.
can see the pike going on right there. Yeah, it looks
Well,
like the same hole.
blow me over with a feather.
Yeah.
I
Big
wouldn't
old
have
giant
said that.
feather. Just smack you right in the head.
Yeah.
Right in the head.
Doesn't take much to blow a hobbit over. Don't you worry.
All right, so the next thing then is if we go over here to common test, where they've revealed those two tanks, put them in the common test as the reward tanks, so people could kind of screw around with battle pass. One of the there's some changes here to what you can do, and I don't really know why, and I don't know. You can now complete the chapters in any order.
Yeah,
You
they
can-
made it a bit easier because people are complaining that all the good rewards are sort of like middle of each of the chapters, and they have to get through one chapter to get to the next. So the big complaint was we need to be able to pick the chapter so we can get the decent rewards, like the bonus, the purple equipment and things like that. Because people were not grinding through 3 chapters in the season.
Oh.
They were struggling, or they'd had to pay gold, like I did with all that Christmas gold last year, to get through it all.
But do you really think that Wargaming is going to leave the stuff where you can get to it easily?
Now, I thought that, I mean, and yet they're saying that's the reason why in that blurb.
Oh, that can be the reason why. That doesn't mean they don't change where the good stuff is and put it all at the end.
All at the end.
Come on, wake up, man.
Yeah, or not give it out at all.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah,
5
exactly, or
keys,
make it
it'll
worse.
Just disappear.
Yeah. Hey, you asked for it, you got it. All right.
Yeah.
So basically, you can pop around chapters for whatever it's worth. We'll see. We'll have to look at where all the rewards are and see how you min max that. I don't know.
Yeah.
A new reward section in the in-game store will unlock. Redeem bonds, spending battle pass, and it does say it in there. I don't know where it is, but the old tanks will be available as well. So if you haven't,
Yeah, they said if you didn't manage to get it from the last season, then you can pick up.
does
them
it say all of them or?
I don't remember it said all. I think it just.
There you will-
yeah, it must be. They wouldn't.
Yeah, there you will find Tier 9 vehicles from previous seasons at a test price of 5
Okay.
tokens each.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean there will be 5 tokens for the actual thing. This is all common test stuff. So
You might need 5 keys though.
it doesn't say all of the Tier 9 vehicles from previous seasons, so
Okay, you don't know. do
who
you?
knows? Who knows, my friends?
Who knows?
So yeah, Battle Pass should be happening in, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, something like that. The common test
Yeah.
is going right now. You can expect maybe another week of it, I guess. So early March to mid-March, we should see the Battle Pass stuff go on. And that's pretty
Yeah.
much it, man. You got anything else?
Just like Operation Uplift for the Canadian Museum raised 19,000 donations, $19,000.
Very nice.
Which, if you think about the player base, this is something that just came to me now. the NA server player base is about 25,000 on average, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, the give or take. So that's almost like $1,000 per player. Wow. Not quite, but you
Wait,
know,
what?
obviously.
Did we just have more pilgrim math?
Well, if you've got 25,000 players and you've got $19,000 donated, that's like
That's $1 from 19,000 people.
oh, okay, yes, I thought it was Pilgrinomics strikes again. It's $1. It's $1 off everybody. Okay, shut up.
I'd like 1,000 per player. Dude, that would be amazing. What is this?
You could see why the House General does the accounts in this house, eh?
Is that 2.5 million? Like, I gotta do the math in public there. 25. That'd be like 25 million. All right.
It is hard.
25 million. They're set, man. They're
math,
set.
Okay,
They're
it's
set.
maths, not math.
It's still pretty good. You're talking about almost $1 per person.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
See,
75 cents, maybe something like that.
maybe. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, the first one out the gate did 12, and then BTEDs did 6.
Right. Yeah.
As you would kind of expect, the first one would make more, and then the second one there'd be wouldn't be quite as many people donating because they'd already done so.
Yeah,
no, that's great,
that's
man.
The way it goes, isn't it? Yeah. First time. JDF thinks I should be involved in the UK administration.
100%.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
only if you want to go bankrupt.
Yeah. And then the only final thing I've got. Can we talk rentals for a minute?
Sure.
Right. You know, you put in your codes or whatever it is, and you end up getting a rental, and you can rent it for 10 days and see if you like the tank, and you can all that sort of stuff. Yeah. And my particular gripe about that is that you have to buy the equipment to put on it and all that nonsense, or flex other equipment across and all that. You should get it complete with equipment, whatever, or a choice of equipment. Anyway, as an aside from that, I've put so many codes in for these 2 tanks for rentals that they've been given over the years. I now have, for the Sturv S1, 126 battles worth of rental, and also for the FV202 another 126 battles worth of rentals. I'm never going to play those tanks ever.
I did not know that they kept adding on to it.
Yeah, I was just looked at it today because I did the Louver thing, and I thought, crikey O'Reilly, I've got 126 battles on the Sturv S1 to play.
I had no idea that happened.
No, and I can't get them off my account. They won't let me remove him until I've played so many battles, and then I can take him off.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Thanks, Wargaming.
Oh, man, that's hilarious.
So there you go.
That's so I learned a new thing right there. I had no idea that they stacked like that.
Yeah, no, I didn't realise.
I just sort of assumed that if you had 10 days and they gave you 10 days, you got nothing. You just had your 10 days, and that's that.
No, add up. They must have, which says a lot. They've actually offered the Sturv S1 and the FV202 up as a rental for a lot of time.
Can I sort by just rentals? Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Or what I do is make them.
No, you can only show them. So who knows what they are? There's no way to just. Can you? Wait a minute. No, you can only.
I make them primary, so that at the beginning of the
right. I'd have to track them down, but I apparently have 11 of them sitting around. I don't know how I guess you can have rentals for the tanks you own already. Is that true?
No, I don't think. Oh, well, I wouldn't.
How do I have 11 rentals? There's no way that there's 11 tanks as rentals that I don't have.
Because you've got virtually. Well, don't forget they're not tech tree tanks, are they? They're all premiums.
But I'm surprised that there's 11 premiums that I don't have.
Well, maybe some of them are low tier rentals. Have you got all those?
Yeah, that might be part of it. Let's just go to US tier 8. Is there? Oh, there's a Chrysler K. But it says rental period ended, so I don't have any battles on that one.
Yeah, there are some rentals which is period time stamped, and then there's others which is number of games played time stamped.
I bet it's that. I bet it's ones that, because that's one tank I don't have. I have one version. I have the Chrysler. I have one of the Chryslers, but not the other.
Yeah, you've got one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, frontline ones. Those might be part of it too. Yep. So there was a tier 9 one, right? There was a. Was it French tier 9?
I think. Yeah, it might have been actually. Yeah,
No.
one of those.
There was a Brit one. There was a Brit Conqueror one. Let's go heavies. Yep. Conqueror FL. I bet most of them are things like that.
Probably. Yeah. There you go.
Cool. Anything else, my friend?
No, that's it. I just thought that was quite an odd thing. I mean, I may or may not play the Sturv S1, but I've got the Tier 10 Sturv anyway, so I don't.
The S1's actually pretty fun. I like that.
Yeah.
It's a premium, so it makes extra credits, and it helps you kind of learn. It helps you learn how Sturvs work, and it's really a pretty decent little TD.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I'm currently playing the glass cannon, the Jagdpanzer Kanonen 105, whatever.
Yeah.
That's one of the rentals I'm playing at the moment. And that's quite decent, actually. I'm getting something in the region of 60 to 65% win rate with it. Small sample size.
The gun on that thing is amazing. The velocity is so high that it just more or less goes right where you point it really
It's got a good turn of speed as well.
Yeah, and it can get around, So thanks for the follows for Falk, Edward 538, Lingerie Penguin, Kedge with the gift sub. Appreciate you guys coming by. Hope you enjoyed the show. That is all I've got from the left side of the Atlantic.
And from the correct side of the Atlantic, I've got one competition for the Canadians.
Competition, all right.
The Canadians. Sorry, I forgot to tell you.
No, hit it up.
Brucey, right, very quickly then. Canada, because we always do the USA and EU. I thought we'd do Canada today.
Okay.
So we got a question about Canada. Question about Canada, very quick. Or it's for 500 gold. So it's EU or NA server. So you just need to let me know your in-game name and the server you're on if you win. And it's a single-part question. Single-part question. What was the name of the first woman that entered into the Canadian Parliament? The name of the first woman who entered into the Canadian Parliament. Quick as you can. First one with the wiki finger wins 500 gold.
Paul Bunyan.
No, there's nothing to do with 5 keys either.
No. 184 birds. Don't bring that up, Cliffy. That was a mess.
Oh, Meldeth has got it.
Agnes Campbell.
I just think that's the best name ever.
Yeah. Nice. Meldeth is right on top of it. Send Pilgrim your in-game name.
I think I have Meldeth anyway. And what I'll do for Fast Red Horse, I'll give Fast Red Horse the same. You get 500 gold as well because you were the other one to get it.
Hey, who won the 114 and did you get it? Pilgrims? Who was that?
Oh, I don't know.
I think
Stickler.
Stickler here.
Madonna. 6-pack daddy. Meldeth, you want Fast to have it? Okay, cool. Thank you.
Is Stickler around, guys? I don't know if he's in here or not. Let me look at the list here.
I think he's on vacation. He said he was something about going on vacation.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He should have got it. Domo said he paid it all out, so hopefully he got his 114. We'll find out later. Cool. All right. Well, that's about the fastest competition we've ever had.
It was, yeah, because I had to cut it short. There was actually 3 answers to go, but
I was trying to get out of here. All right, guys, I got to get on with my day. You guys have a good Sunday. I will probably see you on Monday, I hope, tomorrow for a stream. And as I can later on, obviously videos coming out. We'll have a miserable Monday tomorrow. Once again, this is it from the left side of the Atlantic.
And this is Pilgrim signing off from the correct side of the Atlantic, sir.
See you guys.